Alright, what's going on, guys? Afflicted Gamer here, back with another Division video. It's Friday, it's the vendor reset time, and we're going to find out what the best items are for sale this week in the Division. So, if the video is helpful in any way, shape, or form, please drop it a like. It's much appreciated, and it does help the channel grow. And if you are new to the channel, hopefully you'll consider subscribing for more Division content, as I do put these out every single Friday. Please don't forget to double check right here this vendor only, because if you do own a blueprint, it goes across all characters. And last week, I guess it was the lightweight M4, I believe somebody told me. So yeah, this week we've got a military M9, and there will be one other weapon. There could be some firearms mods, electronics mods. Double check here. It's unfortunate that we don't get to just see that we, that we have it and we bought it, but that's the way that they made it. So that's it for right here for me, at the very least. Hopefully the other weapon is decent for you guys. And let's check out the good old exotics this week. Cassidy, 329% stagger with Ferocious, Sustained, and Boomstick. You could reroll off for Sustained for something else and make use out of that in PvE. Liberator, 21% enemy armor damage, Intense, Predatory, and Adept. You could reroll off Intense if you wanted to for something else, and again, I would make use out of that in PvE. Centurion, Sustained, and Expert, not a big deal, only get that if you want to pair it up with the Liberator for the exotic combo. The Pecan, 20% damage to targets out of cover with Talented, Swift, and Pecan. Not the greatest, the score is even quite low. I would probably pass. Historian, 162% headshot damage with Disciplined, Vicious, and History Repeats. Some people are quite a fan of Vicious, so if you wanted to pick up a decent Historian, you could pick this one up and just reroll off Disciplined for something else if you're not a fan. I will quickly scroll through this stuff. I know you guys are always curious to see what is here. If there's something very good, I will leave it in the description. If not, you'll just see it as gear. And we have more classified stuff coming, so I'm not sure, and especially, for instance, this defense chestplate is not bad. Too bad it's all resistance and kill XP for the other two attributes. Other than that, it's a decent chestplate. Do you guys still want to see the items that are non-classified? I'm going to assume yes, because there are new players to the game, and the veterans will probably say no. So just let me know in the comments. Please be civil about it, and I will do my best to accommodate everybody as well as possible. Once again, Reclaimer braces, which are good. There are classifieds out, but if there wasn't, I would suggest these, that's for sure. Banshee, same thing. Those aren't actually too bad at all. Alright, let's quickly go through the rest. Anything else that stands out downstairs? Savage gloves. You could make use out of those in PvE for the most part, I would say, if you really wanted to, but I would wait until the pair drops. AlphaBridge gloves with shotgun damage, unless you're going to run dual shotguns or reroll that and you like the electronics roll, I would pass. Stamina mod, not too bad. If you don't have the blueprint and you really are desperate and you can afford the Phoenix credits, grab a few of these. It's $259 and just under 3k for health. Other than that, just wait. But the 4% turret damage is a max roll, so if you do need one, pick a few of those up. And the extended mag, I'm not going to recommend it because of the reload speed. Some are a fan, but I would rather have crit damage. So that's it for downstairs. Let's move on. Alright, at the Dark Zone gear vendor here in the base of operations, there's a few items for sale. First up, for those of you that are a fan of shotguns, custom M870 with 345% stagger, responsive, predatory, and destructive. You can keep it as is. It's perfect for PvE, or reroll predatory for something else and make use out of that in PvP. There's a stamina mod here for sale, 250 stamina with 2,975 health. I would grab that if you have the funds and you don't already have a better one or the blueprint to craft up some. And finally, extended magazine. It's not the greatest in terms of mag size, but it's definitely not terrible. So again, if you have the funds, you don't have anything better. 139% mag size, 2.5% crit hit chance, and 4% crit hit damage.
Best gear in the city. Check it out.
Alright, if you make your way over to the cavern, he's got one item for sale. It's this prototype electronics mod. 261 electronics with over 3,000 skill power. I would absolutely grab a bunch of these unless you have a blueprint, or a bunch of these that are better than the one that are for sale. Alright, up at Camp Clinton, once again, there are blueprints for sale here, which apparently I own. I believe it is a converted USC and a carbine for the weapons. Other than that, firearms D-pads, electronics mask. And scooting over here to the exotics, the Cassidy again actually is quite good. So for those of you that like to run it, 340% stagger with responsive and unforgiving, which is quite a nice little setup. Other than that, everything else here is not really the greatest for the exotics. Same thing with the weapons, there's nothing. The black market SASG 12 isn't too bad, but it's only got 308% stagger on it. Dominant, brutal, and competent. You could get rid of dominant for something else if you really wanted to. Tactician mask. We don't have classified yet, so it's not too bad. It's got over 9,000 skill power, but the stamina number is very low. Burn resistance and the minor, so I mean you could make use out of it if you do need to finish off a set. But other than that, everything else is somewhat mediocre, so it depends on if you really want to spend that div tech and optimize these things. For instance, Predator's Mark Backpack. If you didn't have the classified build, 1225 electronics, over 12,000 health, disrupt resistance in the minor, I would get rid of that for ammo capacity just because I hate running out of ammo. Same thing with the Banshee backpack, 1117 stamina. I would get rid of that because you've got crit damage and ammo capacity for the two attributes, the major and the minor. So, you know, you can change that into firearms, higher stamina, or electronics. But then again, we have the classified stuff out, so you know, get them if you don't have the classified builds. You know, just roll them as best you can. I wouldn't optimize them with you know, all kinds of div tech, but you know, that's just me. The electronics mod, however, is very good. 257 electronics with 3,220 skill power on it, so that is something that's worth taking a look at. But here, just to show you guys, like that's it for over here at Camp Clinton. Up here at Wolf's Den, not only did this guy get lucky and get the Santa hat, but alright, at the weapons vendor, there is a lightweight M4 for sale. The score on it is low, but again, you can optimize this. We've got determined, destructive, and unforgiving. You could literally reroll that any which way you wish, and most likely make use out of it in PvE or in PvP. Choice is yours, but I would pick it up if you don't have a better one.
No worries. Come back.
Okay, down at the Ward Safe House, for those of you that are looking for damage to elites mods, we've got some for sale here, which are stamina, 189 stamina, 3% damage to elites. So pick a bunch of those up and throw them on your character. Okay, and making our way into the Dark Zone, that is it for all of the Light Zone safe houses here at the 5th Ave DZ checkpoint. There's an MP7 for sale. I realize that the house is the hottest thing out there, but the MP7, there are people that are still a fan, so here's one. 19.5% critted chance. Obviously, you're going to have to optimize that. Dominant, competent, and brutal are on it. Get rid of dominant for something else, and make use out of this in either PvE or in PvP. The choice is yours. Okay, up at the West 53rd Street DZ checkpoint, she's got one item here. It is this prototype performance mod, 4% ballistic shield damage resilience. I'd grab a few of these and throw them on your build, especially if you are running defense. Alright, over at the East 40th Street DZ checkpoint, she's got a prototype electronics mod here for sale, 253 electronics with 2,975 health. Grab this only if you don't already have a better one or the blueprint.
You're lost if you don't check this out.
Alright, at the East 42nd Street DZ checkpoint, there's another prototype performance mod here for sale. This time it's 4% ballistic shield damage, and there's an okay extended magazine. I say okay because the crit chance is only 2.5%. Only grab this if you are absolutely desperate.
What, you think you don't need?
Alright, then up at the East 46th Street DZ checkpoint, we've got a lightweight M4, 23% enemy armor damage with determined, responsive, and meticulous. Meticulous is in the free slot, so I would go ahead and reroll that for whichever talent you wish. Make use out of it in PvE or PvP once again. Okay, up at the East 53rd Street DZ checkpoint, there are 2 items up here for sale. One is a prototype Firearms mod, 267 firearms with 3% skill haste, and a T2 micro red dot sight with 5.5% headshot damage, 4% crit hit damage, and 3% crit hit chance.
Come on, you're killing me here.
Sorry, lady.
What are you waiting for?
Stop bossing me around. Alright, at the DZ08 safe room, there's a couple items for sale here. There's a striker harness if you don't have the classified gear. 1187 stamina, that part is low, but the all resistance can be re-rolled for health. Then you've got 8% skill haste and 52% ammo capacity in the minor slot. There is also a pair of FireCrest knee pads with 1253 stamina over 12,000 skill power. Then in the minor, you've got damage to elites, shock resistance, and blind death resistance. Pick these up if you do need to finish off your build. Finally, an AlphaBridge holster. We almost have 1200 across the board, and 7% skill haste in the minor. So you can either bump up the stamina number or change skill haste to crit damage or health. The choice is yours. Either way, these items are here.
You might regret not buying from me.
No, I won't, lady. Alright, at the East 58th Street DZ checkpoint, he's got a Vigorous chest plate for sale here. 1271 firearms, 8% skill haste, 4% all resistance, which I would reroll for health, and 47% ammo capacity in the minor slot.
Don't waste my time.
Don't tell me what to do. And for our final stop of the week, I'm sorry, the DZ vendors are so damn bossy. But the DZ09 safe room. The final items for the week, we've got a Deadeye go bag. Pick it up if you don't have the classified version. Obviously, 1221 electronics, 8% crit damage, and 53% ammo capacity in the minor. Then, if you scoot down to the other vendor, who has some pretty good mods over here. We have a Omega rifle suppressor with 17% headshot damage, 4% crit damage, 2.5% crit chance with 50% reduced threat. Not too bad at all. Pick that up if you don't already have a better one, or actually pick up a few until you do get some better ones. But anyways, guys, that is everything that we have for sale this week in the division. Hopefully the video was helpful. Once again, drop a like on it if so. Don't forget that you can follow me on Twitter at Afflicted Gamer, and the stream times for me to be live here on YouTube are at the end of the video. And if I don't see you guys for any reason before Christmas with a live stream or anything like that, happy holidays, guys. Merry Christmas. And thank you so much for all of the support this year. I hope to continue to stick with all of you throughout the new year, through next year, and so on past that. So other than that, guys, have a great holiday, and I will see you very soon in the next video or in the next live stream. This is my only emote. Merry Christmas. I love you all. There you go. Alright, guys. Take care. I'll see you soon.